You mentioned that, this was part of your original pitch months ago. And I'm curious for you that unfortunately there are so many areas where trans people are being discriminated against. And obviously this is an important one as well, but what was it about the particular sports element that meant something to you, and why this was kind of the best story to tell for the show?
Yeah, that's a great question. I wasn't, I'm not like a huge sports fan. Sports are not my life, but a big part of that might be because there was no place for me in sports when I was a kid. And I kind of didn't even realize that until we were on set and I was feeling the imposter syndrome, not of being a director, but of like, why am I doing a basketball episode? And and then thinking about these formative moments that I had beneath the hoop when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, coming to understand my body and the way that I didn't fit in with the rest of the boys on this team. So um so that's how I kind of like found my way in personally. But I think what really locked it in for me in terms of why it was the right story for Quantum Leap is because um, I've just seen the ways that trans kids have been used as a political wedge issue, um, especially in the last couple of years, and all the laws being passed, particularly around athletics and access to restrooms and access to healthcare. And I was like, first of all, I've been that kid. And second of all, like these are children and these are children who are taking their own lives. So, so there's a sense of urgency, a real urgency for me in terms of like, not one more, like what can we do so there are no more trans kids taking themselves out of the game. And that's my big message with this show is like, they're kids. Let kids be kids. And Quantum Leap a um is such an empathy engine. I mean, like the original and our new version, it's like that's what drives the show is this sense of universal humanity. And I just wanted to show the world that trans kids are a part of that.
Well, I actually wanted to dig a little bit into that because it's been really a long history in sci-fi of having progressive issue and timely issues kind of be at the forefront of storytelling. You look at Twilight Zone, so many of those episodes are still so relevant today because they were dealing with issues that we're still dealing with. What do
Yeah.
you feel is the importance of getting stories like this out on a platform mixed in with kind of the sci-fi genre?
Well, I think my experience of sci-fi has always been outsiders creating the world we want to see and or cautioning us against the world we don't want to create. And so the fact that there's always been a kind of latent queerness to sci-fi is just proof that we've always been here and we've always been trying to liberate ourselves, and that storytelling is the best way to do that.